Hello everybody, my name is John Lezak,
I'm Jenna Olander.
And I'm Conrad Nelson.
and we are here today to present our solution to heavy and expensive textbooks. Do you prefer paper or ebooks? In today's society, it's a common misconception that digital books are taking over in school. Now, if you spend a few minutes just talking to fellow students, or a few seconds simply Googling this question on the internet, you'll find this is nothing more than a misconception. I'd like to start with some data we collected ourselves over there to the right. We surveyed a school in Florida, and we were able to reach over 20 teachers and over 400 students. We asked them a simple question: do you prefer reading from paper or from a screen? 85% of teachers agreed that they prefer reading from paper, and 62% of the over 400 students also agreed. That was a high school. Upon Googling this question, I was overwhelmed with the facts that proved this exact same thing. One study from a professor at American University, his team interviewed over 300 college students from around the world, including Germany, America, Slovakia, and many more countries. And 92% of college students all said that they preferred using a textbook over a tablet, laptop, or any form of digital media. We also found some research from Student Monitor that said 87% of textbook spending for the fall 2014 college semester was all on physical textbooks as opposed to digital media. So you may be asking, what's the problem? If we like our physical textbooks, we can just continue to purchase our textbooks and all is well. However, there are many issues with the textbook. I remember many times throughout middle school and high school, I'd come home and throw my backpack on the kitchen table. My mom would pick it up to move it, and she'd be shocked at how heavy it was. She'd look over at me and ask me, "Do you need everything in it?" Yes, I do. I have over 6 classes a day, and I need at least a section from every book that's inside my backpack to get through my day. There are many problems with carrying this bag. 60% of students surveyed report back pain. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, this is becoming a real problem. They stated that an average backpack should only weigh about 10% of the student's body weight, and this is just not the case. They said students carrying a heavy backpack is cause for premature bad backs, painful necks, arthritis, and joint problems. Many parents don't see this as a concern until the doctor brings it up. There's even been cases reported by the American Academy of Pediatrics as well, where a student with the combination of a heavy backpack and not wearing it properly, they have seen lopsided shoulders form at a young age due to the heavy backpacks. Moving on to more of a college basis, I can say I can handle my backpack, but another problem besides how heavy these bags are, how heavy these books are, is the cost for them. College Board estimated that college students spend $1,300 a year on textbooks. So we put our heads together and we wanted to figure out, how can we shorten the load on our backs and on our pockets?
So our solution is to basically take a hardcover textbook and divide it into 10 sections of pages and take only the section you need for school. So this is a common backpack used by high schoolers and middle schoolers especially, because college students have more freedom of choice whether or not they carry their books. And clearly students in college choose not to because it's so heavy. But middle schoolers and high schools don't have that choice. So in this backpack there are 3 textbooks and just 1 notebook. Plus we have our prototype, which holds the same exact amount of information that you need for the day. And each section, being about a tenth of the whole book, is about 150, 200 pages each section, so you don't need to change out your section each day or even each week. You'll probably last you a month or 2. Now there's alternatives out there like loose-leaf textbooks, and those are out there, but you don't see them. And the reason why is because the page is always ripped. There's no resale value if one page is gone or ripped. So you can't rent and return, you can't resell, and they're just a mess. Ideally, you want to take just a few pages you need in a day, which is just 1 or 2. Now, loosely you can do that, but nobody is going to be taking the exact picture they need from every textbook they have, put it in a binder, and at the end of the day, put it back in the same exact place and do it over every day. So that's why we came up with these larger portions, but still small enough to hold. So in this magnetic binder, we have a magnetic folder, which holds paper and notes magnetically. So you don't need the 3 holes. And we have 3 individual sections, all from different books. So this is about 100 pages right here. So this will last you about with this, there's no more heavy backpacks, no more backpacking. It's an all-in-one organization. So you have all your textbook content, your notebooks, all your notes, and folders to everything all in one binder. And this is also cheaper for students because you can buy just what you need instead of the whole book, which we'll get into that. And so other than all the benefits for students, there's room for, there's plenty of opportunity for new ways to generate profit for the publisher.
And so 75% of students report using half of the textbook or less. And this is beneficial to the publisher because they can sell off separate sections for a larger margin of money. So say that they were to sell 50% of the textbook, they would actually sell it for 70 or 65% of the price. This will be appealing to students because they will be paying less upfront. So say, for example, people pay like phone plans, they pay like $40 a month instead of paying like $800 for the phone. And these are just more studies to explain that.
So overall, what we're trying to do is we have a brand, MagTech. That's our binders, our notebooks, and everything involved in it. But really what we want to do is license our technology to the publishers. We want them to be able to sell their textbook in sections, thus costing less for the customer while providing a larger margin for their profits. And with funding, we hope to put this into this is a prototype we developed ourselves. We hope to put this into manufacturing to get a well-developed prototype, have a better idea on our costs, and we're in talks with the high school to implement our device throughout the school to get some feedback on whether or not the kids like it.
And that concludes our presentation. Thank you.
Your customers are publishers, and you have to persuade them to change their binding process. And so it's great that you said, hey, they can increase their profit margins on some of them. That was a great insight. But it's a big challenge changing that process. So how do you get in there to the publishers? How do you persuade them to give this a crack?
So we definitely got some value out of the surveys that we conducted. Over 400 students from that high school, which is already being converted towards electronics. All students had tablets. Only one copy of the textbook was transferred to classroom. And still their responses showed that they would prefer books. Now, besides that, we actually already do have a test run going in the Hampton Charter School in Marlborough, Mass. So we do have a sample being run, and using the success of that, we would, on that sample, and getting feedback, we would use that to get our foot in the door at publishers.
Going off what he said, we're not, to put it simple, we're not going to walk in and have a meeting with the CEO of Pearson and pitch our idea to him. That's just, it's not likely, it's not going to happen. So really, we need to start small. We're going after small publishers first, for, I don't want to say lesser known, but less developed companies and implement our technology with them first. And then with the success that we believe will occur, we can then go on to pitch that to bigger publishers.
So can you just, like, so I don't know if I understand exactly how it is. So do they get a modular, they get it at home, they buy, or they just, you said you have 100 pages or whatever. So where do I get that from? How do I walk me through it? I really don't understand.
Instead of buying the whole book, you just buy the section that you need. And usually, in a lot of classes, like in college, Calc 1, Calc 2, or in fall and spring, or Chem 1, Chem 2. As many classes where you use the first half and then the second half the next semester. So that's a very common example where students would just buy the first or use half.
So in a perfect world, you'd have to deal with the publisher, and I'd be able to get that from them, because they have the content. They'd have to ship it to me in that form using your
Right,
technology.
you'd be purchasing it just like you purchase a book today.
Yes.
Just the publishers that we license this to will now be offering this technology where they're able to split their book into our magnetic binding that will fit right into our binder that we have. And they're selling it just as they normally would, but you can select how many sections you'd like to buy. And the publisher will be the one choosing if they'd like to sell half the book and the other half, or just how much they'd like to break it apart.
And even if you get the whole book, you just,
Right, if you got the whole book, if you purchased the whole book, you would still have each section or chapter divided into each magnetic binding, where you could choose, if you're working on these chapters for the day, you're able to take each section for each of your classes throughout the whole day and put them all into one book.
And all the rest of let's say if there's 10 sections, you take the one you need, the other 9 are out. And we didn't meet with the CEO of was it Pearson, but we met with the chief product officer at Cengage, and they actually asked that we get proof of concepts. So that's what we're working on with the high school.
So, publisher, I forget the percentage, but some shocking percentage, like 27 or 25% of the publisher's cost to get something to market are in printing. In shipping and inventory. And so for that reason, publishers, or there are other reasons too, publishers are very interested in pushing towards ebooks. And I know you said, hey, people have to read paper. But if I'm a publisher, I say, well, my margins are a little better. I can reduce my cannibalism rate by having a code in the back where you have to go and get the workbook online, and I can change it here. So publishers have an inherent incentive to increase their margin, even though you talked about the incremental margin for selling a chapter. How do you get past that? And I've worked with a lot of publishers on ebooks, and so I have a sense of what motivates them, and it seems to be that overall margin.
Right, so us selling this product is based on our belief that ebooks simply are not the way of the future. We know they spiked dramatically. Amazon was selling ebooks. They put many bookstores out of business. And if you look just a few years back, Amazon has now opened up a bookstore. They're selling physical books. So we are firmly selling this product with the belief that ebooks are not the way of the future. And there's been a decline in ebooks over the years. Many studies show that people prefer physical books. And for that reason, we think publishers are going to be forced to sell physical copies because people simply do not prefer ebooks over paper.
So if
bold statement.
if all textbook companies were to go on e-textbooks, then there would be a niche, even more so, of course, because there will always be people who would rather have it with her. So there will always be that market.
And I know it is a bold statement, but there's just countless evidence that can back that statement up that people prefer paper.
I think that's the interesting point. Like people, myself included, prefer paper,
Right.
but the publishers may prefer margin. And so that's
And ultimately, you got to get the publishers to
Yeah.
sign on to this, because you can't just go direct to market with this, because you don't own the rights. You can't. grade on this stuff.
Right, and that's, as a business, you confine to what your customer wants. And at the end of the day, that's what you need to sell, is what people are going to buy. So if we get this product out there and we see the need for it, and say we just get one publisher to take on our technology and to utilize it, the popularity it could gain would then force all publishers to work with us and to use this technology, as that's what everyone is going to want.
Thank you very much.